All right. Well, thanks for teaming.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Finally.
Welcome to the Teaming Up Show, your guide to the future of real estate. I'm Josh Pomelo, joined by Brian McWhite, B-Dog, where we're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about lead generation today and how you plan your lead generation for the upcoming year. On the Pomelo team, we like to talk about buckets, which I don't know if that's your term.
I don't know,
but
I can't remember.
That's what we talk. We talk
Yep.
about lead generation buckets, where the different buckets where our leads are going to come from for the coming year. We don't want to throw them all into one because we want to be able to track how those leads come and the conversion rates and things like that. So that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I hear it time and time again where someone says, I'm going to close 100 transactions, I'm going to close 200 transactions, and I look at them and like, how many did you do last year? And they go 20, and then I go, okay, that's great. We need to have goals like that, obviously, to push ourselves forward. But what the bucket theory or the bucket process makes you do is you look at every single bucket and say, okay, this is how many leads I can get from this bucket. What are my conversion rates? What are my appointments going to be? And then what are my closings going to be? And that's why we've always broken it down to buckets, because if you're not breaking it down to that kind of a granular level, you're going to get lost in just saying, I want to do 100 transactions and here's how I'm going to do it, and just it's going to be kind of foggy, and then you're not going to know how to get there.
In other words, a lot of agents plan their effort. They plan to work really hard, but they don't plan where that hard work is going to go.
Right,
and how they're actually
exactly.
going to get the leads and convert them to turn them into listings.
So before even maybe the fourth quarter, so it's talking about third or second, maybe the third quarter of the year prior, you're going to be needing to talk about where you're getting your business. And just for instance, if you're saying my Sphere business, I'm going to close 50 transactions from my Sphere, you need a break. You're going to take that, you're going to say Sphere bucket, that's my bucket, and then you're going to have you're going to have a few points underneath that on how you're going to do that. And you might even have to have a category for each one of those points and say, hey, we're going to touch our clients 33 times, and so you're going to have that, and then you're going to have the 6 things that you're going to do. You're going to do a fall holiday party, you're going to do mailers, you're going to do emails, and there's going to be 12 emails. It's going all the way down, and you need to do that for every single bucket, because then you need to work back to see if you're going to be able to get that many leads, to have that many appointments that you need for your conversion rates from your appointments to your closings.
Right. So in other words, early on in your career, you're not really going to know what your conversion rates are.
Yes,
from lead to appointment, from appointment to listing, from listing to closing.
Right.
You're going to have to make some guesses, but you want to start making those guesses right away.
Right.
Your first year in real estate.
Right.
And then you can kind of use those as a hypothesis for the future to test. So we kind of reverse engineer our numbers every year by here are the leads here are the listings we want to close, and we reverse engineer then how many appointments do we need to get those closings from this kind of lead, and then how many leads do we need, and so on and so on.
It sounds really simple, and I'm like, why are we even shooting this video? Because this should be so obvious, but it's not.
It's not.
I've seen where I'm just going to do this, and no one really breaks it down, and like I said again, they get lost in the fog, and then you don't even get half. I was talking to someone that said they were going to close 95 transactions this year, and last year again they closed 30. I'm like, what are you guys going to do different? And it was almost nothing. Mm-hmm. And when you're just tricking yourself. So make sure you break it down to that level. Be conservative. If you don't know your conversion rates, you've never done it before, be conservative. It's going to shock you because I just see a lot of people say, I can get 80% of my appointment or 90% of my appointments, and I'm going to close 95% of my transactions. And
that may be true from your Sphere.
Right.
Your
Exactly.
Sphere bucket, your friends and family, your advocates should be a really, really high conversion rate, or there's something wrong with you.
Right. And that's why you've broken it down. That's why we've broken it down.
I'd say another reason that we're doing this video and we're having this conversation is because we really care about you saving time and money.
Yeah.
And if you are pouring a ton of time and money, and time equals money, of course. If you're pouring a ton of time and money into a bucket that is not producing high quality leads, you need to just drop that bucket.
Right.
Or seriously de-emphasize that bucket so you can spend more time and money developing a better bucket that has a higher conversion rate, higher dollar per hour activity.
Because we see that all the time where we get all these leads, but then you have no high quality appointments. You're just burning out to get that one appointment from that bad bucket and going on all those, or getting all those, going on all those appointments to get that one good transaction. And you need to really be watching that, because you really should be trying to take all your money from your bad buckets to your good bucket and try to expand on that. So
exactly right. Any further thoughts on that one?
Nope.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in to the Teaming Up Show. We believe teams are the future of the real estate industry and want to provide some helpful resources, so we hope you'll tune into the next one.
Yep.